Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Picks up some blocks. Can he make it? Can they catch him? No! Touchdown! That is an unforgettable moment for that kick returner. A touchdown in a playoff game.
Great blocking to set this return up, and of course you can see his natural instincts as a runner. Once he got through that initial surge from the coverage unit, nobody's going to stop him from scoring.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. So Washington's offense is up first today. Well, the energy in this building, crew, is just going to pick up as this Sugar Bowl unfolds. As they say in New Orleans, let le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll.
And we're really one of the more hostile environments, I think, when it comes to bowl games. You know, I've called so many games in here. Think about the history. Going all the way back to 1935, they played the Sugar Bowl right here in New Orleans. I think a lot of people have associated this bowl game with the SEC. But as we've seen since the start of the playoff, teams like Washington, Ohio State, Clemson, among others, have made this trip down here to the Bayou.
Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. And it's a huge chunk play. The tackle is finally made, but the ball moved to the 47-yard line.
Well, a really good ball here by this quarterback to be able to pick up this first down. And hey, this guy is living up to the legacy of what Washington quarterback play has been for a number of years, going way back to Warren Moon and Mark Brunell, and more recently with Jake Browning, and of course the last couple of years with Michael Penix.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face. Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up to take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
And that game will pick up a first down and move the football to the 36.
Oh, man, this is a tough play for this defense. They have the offense right where they want them on third down. They get the pressure, but they don't account for the quarterback and his ability to scramble and create. Picks up the first down to keep this drive alive.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Chris, a really great job here with the quarterback and the receiver. This is all about timing. The quarterback gets back, no hitch in his delivery, gets the ball out in front of the receiver where he can run away from the defender for a nice completion.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And here's the handoff. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's third down and 7.
Boy, the defense coordinator this week, all week, telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Here comes the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's third down. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down. So here on fourth down, out comes the field goal team. This will be a 39-yard attempt. And this one is right through.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So Notre Dame's offense gets their first crack now. If there's one guy on this defensive side, Kirk, who can be a game wrecker, it's this elite pass rusher, very much on the quarterback's mind today.
Yeah, Chris, but it's going to be very tough. This quarterback does a nice job of moving around in the pocket, and also he's going to have an awareness of exactly where this guy is and have a clock in his mind about how quickly that ball needs to get out.
Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll hand it off. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
First down, looking to throw the ball. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Pass caught, second down now. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass, here comes a jet sweep. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage. This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, really, that's all you want to see from this offense is the ability to just be efficient. If you could just avoid the mistake, make those first downs, it'll be a great compliment to what you want to do running the football. It's a great chance to put enough points up on the board to win this game.
Here's the second down play. And the tailback's got it again. And they've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
And they pick up the first down to the 23, getting closer to the red zone.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Looking to pass here on second down. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. And they stop him just short, but the defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
How many first downs is that on this drive? This defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
1st and goal, handoff. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Washington offense retakes the field here. It's hard to win these games just kicking field goals. They need to find the end zone here, some urgency. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
The defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contained, and that reverse wasn't going anywhere, just textbook.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Drop him back. Looking to throw for the first down. Oh, the pass is picked off. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in front of it, and makes the pick.
Finds an open target on the left side. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. And at first down, they go right back to him. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. On the run here. Lets it go. Receiver makes the grab, and he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? He's got it near the end zone. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Oh, I love it. Keep the kicker on the sideline. This offense knows when you're in the red zone, you got to come away with 6. Great play to keep this drive moving.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. This offense is still clicking. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Huskies offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's an out route. The catch made. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. The completion makes it second down.
As quarterbacks, when you see man-to-man coverage, before the ball's even snapped, you're looking for a matchup that you want to exploit and take advantage of. This time, he waits for the back to find that matchup with the linebacker, makes the throw, and picks up a first down.
A completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Handoff here from the shotgun. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Good job by this Washington offense to be able to execute there and pick up this first down. And this back is starting to really show what he's all about, that combination of speed and power, living up to that lofty standards that Washington running backs have.
On first down, it's play action. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
How about Notre Dame sending a backer here? He comes up with the sack. A little Rudy magic on this one. And, boy, they've had some great linebacker play over the years. Of course, think about Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith, who's now in the NFL and had a great career in South Bend. Notre Dame with great history at playing linebacker.
And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker. It's third down for the offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And it's complete downfield. Tackle made at the 26, good enough for a first down. The Huskies come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Ball handed off. Tackled, but first down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And the Huskies are in the red zone. Press coverage now from the secondary. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Tackle made quickly, but gain to the 5-yard line. It's first and goal.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the...
Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Lining up to try the extra point.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now they get set to kick it away. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? The back's got it. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Receiver makes the catch. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Looking to throw it on first down. Catch made on the out route. That's a big gain deep into enemy territory. Ball down near the 30.
This defense has got to do a better job in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, and this offense could have 50 on you by the end of this game.
And looking to throw now on first down. Catch made on the right side. He's got room looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. This offense cannot be stopped. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes the catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. First down here for this offense. Receiver in motion now. First down. Looking to throw the football. He's looking deep here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Huskies. Made the defense look slow that time.
Just get the ball into the hands of your guy and let him do the rest of the heavy lifting with the yards after the catch. What a great catch and score.
PHC is good, makes it an 11-point game, 28-17. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. This should be the last play of the quarter. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play. Second down after that run on the previous play. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. He's stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. They'll try to run for the first down. Looks like Notre Dame will have the first down.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it was third down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
And first down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? From the shotgun now. Here's a handoff inside. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Running out of time in the pocket, and they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defensive coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's...
Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. The pass rush closing in. That's going to be incomplete. A first down drop here in the middle of the field.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. The Huskies come up to the line in the hurry-up. Can he make it to the marker? And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. And the Huskies come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to...
Football comes out. Guy who coughs it up, recovers it, and prevents the turnover.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
Quick throw caught on the left side. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And is intercepted. Tackled after a short return to the 23. Nice play by this defense.
Now, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Keeping it on the ground here. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, they finally corral him, but he was untouched at the line of scrimmage. Kirk just burst through a big crease.
I'm going crazy on my defense. Like you said, this guy was untouched. I don't know how they were able to finally catch up to him and bring him down, but there's no excuses at all from the defense after a play like that.
First down and 10 now. They're going to run it. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. 4th down. He's throwing for it. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop. And the Washington offense heads back out onto the field. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
And they'll stop him after a short gain.
Well, not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Offense facing a .41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? Across the 40. And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
Tackled quickly after the catch, he'll be short of the marker. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. The quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Okay, ready?
2nd down play coming up for this offense.
Here we go.
Back to throw again. Makes a quick grab. They bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the first down.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Dumps it down to the back, caught. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
A pretty good push up front here by this offensive line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Man, it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's 3rd touchdown. But give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
So no return here. He takes in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Washington offense is back out on the field now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. It's caught. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. See if he can make something happen with the return. Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. He's moving out of the pocket. On the move, looking deep. Receiver left alone down there for a huge gain.
What a huge play for this offense as this half is coming to a close.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. He pulls it in for a big gain. 4 set of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue.
Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
And they tack on the extra point. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Washington offense retakes the field here. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. So here we go. Off the huge gain, they set up now suddenly in the red zone for 1st and 10. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. Slides down to avoid the tackle. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
How about this by the quarterback? He takes a negative play and turns it into positive yards and slides down before taking a big shot. It's an excellent job of getting down to avoid that big hit.
Looks to his left and makes the completion. Brought down after the catch, but at the 8-yard line. The offense threatening here. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy. Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the sophomore's got him for a sack. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. So they settle for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. We'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. And looking for a big play here. Receiver left alone, wide open downfield. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a 1st down. And the quarterback dropping back. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Runner falls on the football to prevent the turnover. That could have been disaster. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. 2nd and long for this offense after the sack. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. Trying for a 4th down completion. And now another deep ball here. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big 4th down stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that 1st down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the 1st down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. The magnitude and intensity of these playoff matchups is always something special to be a part of.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Huskies offense is back out on the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. It's an out route. The catch made.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. It's a quick grab. And the gain just good enough for a 1st down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, the new set of downs, they do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. And he drops back in the gun. Quick throw. Catch made on the out route. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. This Washington offense is moving quickly down the field. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Second down play coming up. It's press coverage now from these DBs. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
It's a short completion to the big tight end. And he's tackled after the catch. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Now with the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Breaks free. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. The pass is intercepted. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And the ball is picked off. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense near midfield.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Boy, the offense goes with a jet sweep, and the defense is there. That is a tough play to defend, but give them credit for playing with discipline, especially with their eyes, not getting caught up, squeezing inside. They got to the outside and prevented that from being a big play.
And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
I thought the strong safety did a really good job of disguising the blitz, waiting to the last possible moment, and then at the snap of the ball, catching the offensive line off guard. Nobody saw him. He gets home free and comes up with a sack.
Looking for the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now. The Huskies will send their punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the second time. Oh, and it lands at the 4 and bounces in for a touchback. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And they bring him down, but look, there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see if the officials wipe away this turnover. So that is a call to remember. The interception wiped away by a pass interference penalty.
Okay, ready?
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Ball handed off. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Got it.
And now from the pistol formation. They'll change the pre-snap look now.
Jackrabbit.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Catch made down inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Irish. And the beatdown continues.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake, and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And he fields it inside the 15. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Washington offense heads back out onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. An inside give now from the shotgun. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, there you go, defense. Listen, it's not been a great day for these guys, but this time they stepped up and took out some of that frustration. Nice play.
And the defense wraps him up. Third down after that running play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Receiver makes the catch. brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And he's brought down after a short gain, does not make the first down yardage. Second down after that previous play. Quarterback drops back, looks over the middle, and that's complete. Good enough for first down yardage.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. Back in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
And this one down about the 10.
Well, the coverage unit does their job here. They're fired up, and they should be. Of course, the punter got some help from his friend, the football, right? What a kick to set them up in a good spot for the defense to go to work.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He's got it for a big gain. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. At the 10. And they've got him at the 4, but a big gain of that catch and run.
What a big play here by the quarterback and the receiver. By having an opportunity to make that big play, now they have a chance to put the ball in the end zone.
Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he is stopped short. The 2-point try fails. They can't cut this lead further. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And here's the return from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. Running through the tackle. Tackle made after just a short gain. Getting set. Here's second down. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
But I feel like they call that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
They'll try a pass here. Goes to the sideline, steps out after a short gain. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. And there's the handoff. Looks like Notre Dame will have the first down.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on 4th down. What's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on 4th down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Pass complete. It's second down now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's past the 45. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43. This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field.
Get set, get set.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
And that run produces a decent gain. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And one final play before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. They make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the first down in what should be the last play of the 3rd quarter. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Hand off to the single back. The ball carrier taken down, but there's a flag on the field. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. And as we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They're going to run it here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Yeah, I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Pressure is coming. Using his legs here. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. The 11th play of this marathon drive, but it's 3rd and long now. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. On the run here, taking a deep shot. Oh, and it's picked off. A crushing mistake.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
And the Washington offense is back out on the field now. Here's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And the Huskies will line up to boot it away. He's on looking for a solid punt here. And the ball is away from inside the 10. We'll see what he can do with the return. And he's going to finally head out of bounds. But you talk about flipping the field and setting up his offense in tremendous field position. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. That's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. And they're trying to punch it in here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. Fighting for the end zone. Now the ball comes loose.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half, really the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Quarterback still with the football. Gets some space around the 30. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. Gain moves the ball to the 37. Another first down.
Man, is he pretty to watch run this option. He is so dangerous with the threat to run or to throw. This time he keeps it himself, and you can see how much ground he eats up with that kind of speed.
There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
The receiver's got it on the jet sweep.
Discipline, discipline, discipline. That's the key to this defense right now. Great job against the jet sweep of staying out wide and not giving that receiver much room at all.
Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. And they get him down after the completion.
Interesting call here, Chris, with a screen pass in the fourth quarter late in the game. I think they're expecting the defense to get upfield on the pass rush. But give the defense all the credit. Recognize
a sack in the play could not escape the pass rush. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Needs a completion here on fourth down. And here comes a deep shot. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues.
Boy, the offense just could not afford to throw this interception. It's already a two-possession game. By throwing this pick, now you wonder how many more opportunities will you get.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Now it's second down here. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
Run by this running back, and he's well over 100 yards now on the game. A big part of the reason that they're going to win this football game and advance to the next round.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And it's intercepted on a desperation throw here. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
And just like that, they come up with the play that they needed. In a two-possession game, you're relying on your defense to make a play. Strip the ball. Come up with the interception. Anything to get the ball back to your own offense, and they get to pick. Now let's see if they can score.
But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
I really feel that this quarterback is rattled. At this point, he's already been sacked a number of times. I think it's affecting his timing with his receivers.
Incompletion sets up a second down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to pull it down and run. Slides to avoid the big hit. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Oh, Chris, the offense could not afford to throw that interception down by a couple scores. Every series matters. Every opportunity in possession, you need points on the board, and to throw a pick, you just wonder how many chances more they'll get.
So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. How about the starting field position? They begin with 1st and goal. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
Well, this is where the offensive line can really assert their will and put on the finishing touches to this game. The defense, you can see them. They're breaking little by little right now. You make sure they break completely.
And tackled there by the defense. And they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. He's swarmed by the defense.
What a stop by this defense here on 3rd down and goal. They've been put in a very tough situation. In 3 straight plays, they've stepped up. Now, a big decision for the head coach for the offense. What is he going to do here after those 3 plays? Is he still going to try to get this touchdown?
4th and goal from the 2. Can this defense come up with a huge stop? From the gun, he looks for an open man. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And the route is on. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's got it inside the 15. And they get into the ground at the 30. That's where the drive will start. And the Washington offense retakes the field here. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down. The Huskies come to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
That's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Important second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw yet again. Catch made on the out route. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management is going to be very important here in the final minutes. And completion makes it 2nd and short. And he'll set up to throw. Receiver makes the grab. Looks like Washington will have the first down. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Looking to throw it on first down. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks. Then he'll run out of bounds, and they're picking up a few yards on the play. Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now on this drive. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Caught near the goal line. The defense stops him just short of the end zone. Spotted at the 1. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line. So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 8. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
3rd and goal. Looking to throw the ball. And he's got it. Touchdown, Washington.
Boy, great job here of finding him again. That's his 2nd touchdown reception in this football game.
Now the offense will go for a 2-point conversion.
Here we go.
Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And he's got it. So they convert the 2-point conversion, get it back to a 2-score game to keep their slim hopes alive. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. First down here for this offense. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Well, that was exciting, but no one to throw to. Eventually goes down.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. The quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
And the ball is hauled in. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. It's 4th down and a long way to go, but they're going to go for it. Offense looking to throw the ball. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And it's broken up nicely. A defensive stop and a turnover on downs. And the Huskies offense is back out on the field.
I really thought that this was going to work out. Showing an aggressive approach here. Going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Bringing pressure.
Chris, on this play, he has nobody open. It's better than taking a sack. He doesn't get intentional grounding because where he threw it, there was an intended receiver. I think there's no harm, no foul here.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now.
Well, he just threw it away here, Chris, and it's not the worst decision. You'd wish he'd find a guy open to give him a chance for this offense to convert, but at least they have some room now to work if they want to bring the punter out.
Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going. Well, the coaches kind of expected it to be this kind of game, an offensive show. Who was going to